Hello everyone. Today we'll learn about graded potential. There are different types of nerve potentials. Mainly there are two types, graded potentials and action potential. So what is graded potential? Graded potential is the nerve potential which spreads the signal over short distances, while action potentials transmit the message throughout the length of the plasma membrane. Another type of response is seen in neuronal membrane, which is called a local response. Let us see these examples with the help of a diagram. As you can see, the type of nerve potential which crosses the firing level is known as propagated action potential. The second type, which we see below the firing level, is known as a local response. The third type, above the resting membrane potential, is known as cat electrotonic potential. The fourth type of membrane potential, which is seen going below the resting membrane potential, is known as an electrotonic potential or hyperpolarizing graded potential. From these three, the top one is the propagated action potential, which crosses the firing level. Beneath that, second one is the local response. The third one is cat electrotonic graded potential, also known as depolarizing graded potential. The fourth one, which is seen going below the resting membrane potential, that means it is a hyperpolarizing potential. These are known as an electrotonic graded potential. So what is a graded or electrotonic potential? It is a local potential which is non-propagated. It is of small magnitude, and in response it can be to a depolarizing or a hyperpolarizing stimulus of lesser strength. This lesser strength is not strong enough to take the membrane potential across the firing level. So these membrane potentials do not reach the firing level. That is why they are known as local graded non-propagated potentials of small magnitude. There are two types of graded potentials, cat electrotonic and an electrotonic potential. Cathodal end evokes a depolarizing response called as cat electrotonic potential, while the anodal end evokes a hyperpolarizing response called as an electrotonic potential. These are two types of graded potential, cat electrotonic, which is depolarizing, and an electrotonic, which is hyperpolarizing. So what are the properties of graded potential? As the name suggests, the graded potential is graded in nature. That means the magnitude of potential change in the membrane potential is proportionate to the stimulus strength. The change in membrane potential is proportionate to the stimulus strength, and the stimulus strength is not strong enough for the membrane potential change to cross the firing level. That is why it is known as graded potential. Second property of graded potential is decremental conduction. Graded potentials decay progressively with time and distance. With distance means after 3 millimeters the graded potential will wane off. And as time progresses, the intensity of the graded potential will go on decreasing. The third property is they can be of two types, depolarizing or hyperpolarizing. When the change in membrane potential is plotted against time, the graph appears like a wave. The positive wave or upward wave is known as cat electrotonic graded potential, while the negative or downward deflection is known as an electrotonic graded potential. The fourth property is summation. Graded potentials can be summated. So what is summation? If a second stimulus is applied before the potential produced by the first stimulus has disappeared, both the potential changes are added together, producing a larger or a prolonged wave in the recording. What are the various forms of graded potential? They are named according to the membrane from where they are recorded. First, end plate potential, which is a type of graded potential recorded from the end plate area of the skeletal muscle membrane. Second, receptor potential, which is recorded from sensory nerve endings. Third, synaptic potential is a type of graded potential which is recorded from the membrane of postsynaptic neurons. And last, pacemaker potential, which is recorded from the membrane of pacemaker cells in the heart. intestine, etc., and so on. Thank you. In the next video, we'll learn about action potential.